So this is our sort report. This actually goes out to our Substack subscribers, but it points to a couple of things. We call it the three-legged stool of investing. We got trend, relative performance, and money flows. You want to see price head in your direction. You want to see something that's relatively outperforming the S&P 500. Otherwise, you might as well be in the S&P 500. And then you want to see conviction with the money flows. You want to see people betting with their feet and their dollars. And as of late, small cap has been popping. So is emerging markets. And as you can see here, we also have big tech and gold. So we're kind of, I've been seeing this as investors kind of riding the fence. They're on a little bit of both sides. They want to ride out this technology. QQQ made all-time highs, I think, within the last week. But it seems that there's some apprehension there, so they're looking for some value. Otherwise, like you said, small cap's been underperformed for quite a while. We're starting to see that turn up, and as of right now, it's green across the board for our sort report.
Hmm. Now, it's hard not to notice the position of gold here. This has me scratching my head a little bit, right? Because you usually think of gold as the hedge, and again, sometimes Bitcoin and sometimes gold, the correlations that you expect just don't come to pass. So, how unusual is this for gold to be doing so well while the Nasdaq 100, the Qs, are getting to new highs, while the small caps are getting to highs? Again, it looks like a strong market, and gold is doing well too. Uh, what does that say to you?
Apprehension. People are worried. All all bull markets have to end at some point, right? I'm not calling for a top here by any stretch of the imagination, but I think geopolitically, things going on with tariffs, just things going around the world are making people concerned, and whether it's the right investment or not, gold feels like safety sometimes. So I think having this trade is kind of unique to me. You have people that are going to have positions in big cap tech and gold at the same time, so they want their cake and they want to eat it too. So it's kind of a hedge almost. I think there's too much apprehension in the market. There's too much confusion, and people are a little bit concerned. So flight to gold. It sounds safe to me.
Right. And again, it's now the other question here is, if we start correcting in the market, does gold correct with it, or does gold go even higher? Because uh, again, that apprehension is kind of like, oh well, we were right, and got to go more to that.
That's tough. I think gold in general has a relatively strong correlation to the S&P 500. I don't think it's super tight, but it's enough. So, it's hard to say. We try not to speculate at Asbury Research, just kind of follow the data as it tells us. But as of right now, it looks good.
Hmm. Now, you've got three columns here, as you mentioned. There's the trend, so what's going on with the price, where
Yep.
that's going in relation to the S&P 500, and the money flows themselves. Is there one? Do you kind of weight these all the same, or is one kind of, because I'm noticing there's a lot of green on the trend, whereas it seems like the relative performance in the money flows maybe hasn't caught up yet. So, are any of these leading, or do you weight them kind of evenly? How do you kind of look at this and say, oh, this is telling me where the puck is going, maybe, as opposed to where the puck is right now?
I definitely look at it from left to right. I want to see price appreciation first. At the end
Hmm.
of the day, that's when you're buying an asset, you're spending the price. So I want to see a positive price trend. After that, I want to make sure that that price trend is appreciating more than we use the S&P 500 as a benchmark, so I want to see it appreciating more than the S&P 500. Um, and then after that, I want the conviction of the dollars that are sticking into that particular asset. So I kind of look at it from left to right. I'm not, invariably, I want to see all green, when
Hmm.
I'm looking at these things. And we really use this as a top down report. This is not a traded model. We suggest for our investors that are, looking to use this, or some of our research clients, that they, um, you know, tech is at their back. So if they have a tech stock that they like, they can get tech. Or if they've been looking to get into gold, this is maybe a good time for gold. Or
Hmm.
small cap, they've been screaming or waiting to get into small cap, and everybody's been holding them back. And now maybe the time for them to start looking into those small cap stocks that they're interested in investing in. But yeah, I definitely, left to right, price is most important. how much it's appreciating, and then that conviction that money flow is really important.